your neck, my boy, off the top. I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain, a great start for this offense. And we see the emphasis early here, get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On second down, Nick. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Well, come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense has always talked about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. They go again with Davis. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson will throw again. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 4 yards remain for second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that is incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Jackson's throw complete there to Johnson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Again, it's Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, Jackson. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And before this second down play, we're going to whistle a signal and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And just a yard to go here on second down. To throw is Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski as the first half is winding down. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's all capped off by a Rob Gronkowski touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was none other than Mean Joe Green making the tackle.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson now. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now left side on the swing pass. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain. To throw again is Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Sutton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the 4th quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7, a little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Jackson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Got a man, it's Michael Irvin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now Jackson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Here's Jackson. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Leon Sandcastle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know better than anybody.